Hi, I'm Alyssa Goodman, and this is the Alyssa Goodman Show. I'm so honored. Every week I get to interview people in the wellness space that are complete game changers. And today I have Walter Faulstroh. I think I just messed up on that name. I knew I was going to mess up on the name. Sorry, Walter.
It's not the first time, don't worry. It happens all the time.
Name.
It happens all the time.
But I met him months ago, and I was absolutely massively impressed with what he's doing in this space with supplements. I'm a supplement Nazi in terms of the quality, what the ingredients are in it, everything. And when I met him, I just totally jived with him in regards to that. He is the same way. I would say you're pretty much of you get to the meat of what's the best supplements and what goes in them, and no extra additives or anything. So I think home nutrition is quite exceptional and such an easy way to look at nutritionally what you might need. So Walter, welcome.
Thank you.
And tell me a little bit about how you started this supplement.
Yeah,
line.
it's people always ask me how did you get, did you wake up one day and say I'm going to start a supplement company? And it doesn't really work like that. I came into the industry years ago through a personal story. I had terrible breakouts. I was on a drug called Accutane many times. It's a very strong drug. It works really well.
So many people on Accutane.
So and you have to take blood tests every month because it's very strong on the liver. So we don't make sure there are no side effects. If you're a woman, you can't get pregnant. I mean, lots of it's a serious drug.
Right.
It worked for me wonders, but then 6 months later, the deep cystic acne breakouts came back. So they put me a second time on it.
Wow.
Great. And then a third time. And then I was then they were about to put me a fourth time on it. It's there needs to be another way. And at the same time, I was working on my first company, which was a vitamin water company. Much less serious, more fun, vitamins and hydration at the same time.
Right.
But through that business, I worked with nutritionists who helped me with the formulations for those drinks. And one of them was a very forward-thinking nutritionist called Gudrun Jonsson. She's based in London.
Right.
And she wrote a book called about the gut, many years ago. Nobody spoke about the gut. It wasn't fashionable.
Perfect for you.
Anyway,
with
perfect for me.
That was going on.
And she said to me, why don't you try eliminating certain foods from your diet, like sugar, high processed, and also certain fats, but include healthy fats in your diet, which are anti-inflammatory, milk thistle, chlorella, spirulina, which act like sponges internally, so they take these toxins out of your digestion.
Some of my favorite.
Yeah, they're fantastic, right? And then they don't come through your skin anymore.
Right.
So we worked on the inflammation, worked on eliminating certain things, but I was this time I was okay, if I don't make this connection between skin health and nutrition, I may not be the only one. And just through luck, I was able to access this nutritionist, right?
Wow.
So I built this platform years later, Harm Nutrition, which connects consumers for free with a nutritionist. You go online, you take a quiz, we give you some tips, but I didn't have products to recommend because when I looked at the supply chain, I found it really hard to find A, the formulas I wanted to have, B, the quality I could vouch for, and C, the clinicals behind the product. So we said, why don't we build our own product line? Moved out here to the States 5 years ago. You can hear I have a funny accent.
Yes.
Used to be in London beforehand, and I'm originally Austrian. But started like that, and then one thing led to the next, and suddenly, health and wellness is exploding. Everybody's talking about it. And to date, we've educated 500,000 people through our platform.
Wow.
Which is
incredible.
Yeah.
And so this supplement line was only 5 years old, or you're saying?
Less than 5 years.
Less than 5 years?
So I moved here 5 years ago, and then we did the R&D. I worked with university researchers on the formulas, on the methodology, how to profile people, how to ask the questions, and to condense it in a sort of short survey. That took about 1.5 years to prepare, so we've been selling for about 3 years our products.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. And tell me, what is behind the products, what kind of stuff goes in them? Are you, like we talked about earlier, really particular about what goes in them?
So to me, my mantra has always been take less, right? Which is very weird. I'm selling vitamins, so I tell people take less vitamins, right? But I think
that's really being honest and authentic to the community out there, because when you take so much, we know that a lot of it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
if it's too much?
So, well, also it's a question of like, what do I really need, right?
Right.
So most people take a multivitamin. Look, if you have a healthy, balanced diet, right,
Yes.
then you don't need to take a multivitamin. However, there's certain nutrients which are really hard to come by through a normal diet, like adaptogens, probiotics. How much yogurt can you eat, really, right? Spirulina, chlorella, you wouldn't find that in a normal diet.
Right.
And or certain fish oils are really good for you because you can really look at the quality of that fish oil. You can test for toxins and make sure the quality is there. So get your EPA and DHA, which are the actives in fish oil that we're after, like that. That's the things that I'm interested in, right?
Yeah.
What I'm not interested in saying like that everybody takes lots of pills, really.
Right.
So I want to understand who you are, what's your specific concern, what are your needs, and what can we, address through nutrition.
Right. And the additives that are in supplements these days is really scary, I think.
Well,
coming in from all over the world and maybe not, approved certain things that are in there that are toxic, right?
I find it kind of interesting when you look at the supply chain. So what, before I thought, like you buy an ingredient, it gets shipped to you.
Yes.
And you get a piece of paper saying this is actually this, and there's a quality test, etc. But it turns out that even that is not enough. You need to do the extra testing. You need to go the extra mile. You need to test the actual component yourself.
Right.
Through an independent lab to understand, is this really what you bought?
Right.
Is it pure? Are there any contaminations? So we take that very, very, very strict, like the whole quality of the brand.
Of the brand.
Yeah, it's really important to us.
Right.
Yeah.
So your customers that you're saying 500,000 people that
Yeah.
you have reached out to, they're repeat customers, I bet. Like it's a very high percentage of people repeating?
Yeah, so the business works two ways. So we have a subscription service, hamnutrition.com, where you go online, take that quiz, get connected with a registered dietitian who helps you navigate the space. And then if you want to buy products not through a subscription, you can go to Sephora or to other beauty retailers that carry my line as well.
You sell it Sephora, what are the other beauty retailers?
We're Neiman. We're also like Birchbox, for example, carries the product. Dermstore. Really good retailers we work with. Nordstrom, so the best of the best.
I didn't realize that you're out there.
Yeah, we're definitely out there.
We'll hear more from Walter. We're just going to take a short break.
Hi, I'm Michael Wormuth. I'm a board-certified pediatrician working for HEAL.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rashonda Clemens. I'm a board-certified pediatrician.
Hi, my name is Dr. Megna Motiani, and I practice internal medicine.
Hi, my name is Dr. Talia Katibi. I'm a board-certified pediatrics.
Hi, my name is Dr. Wong. I'm a board-certified family practitioner.
I joined HEAL because as a mother, I value the importance of practicality.
I joined HEAL to bring patient care back to you, our patients.
I joined HEAL to provide medical care on a different platform and to even the playing field for those who feel they don't have access.
I joined HEAL was because I found out about the organization and thought it would be ideal to be able to practice medicine the way I was trained to practice medicine.
Patients love it. I get to spend more time with them, and that makes all the difference.
HEAL offers comprehensive, compassionate medical care in the convenience of the family home, and patients seem so grateful to have us there.
We're back with Walter, and we're talking about his fabulous supplements. And I know that it's so funny. I gave one to my daughter, the sleep one, and
it's called Beauty Z.
Beauty Z, yes. And she's like, Mom, have you tried this Beauty Z? I am sleeping like a baby. I mean, she's not a really great sleeper. So I was like pretty impressed because I've given her everything. Valerian root, passion flower, hops, all those herbal remedies, melatonin, magnesium, nothing worked, but your Beauty Z's.
It contains melatonin, but also it's, melatonin is an interesting one because you can buy in different dosages, right?
Right.
And the research actually suggests that 3 milligrams is the perfect dosage, and that's what you want to take. You don't want to take more, you don't want to take less, that's the right amount. But then you want to include also magnesium and vitamin B into this, which are good for the nerves.
Right.
And that's why we have this formula which works really, really well for our consumers.
Do you have one product that is a top seller?
Yeah, we do actually. I brought it with me.
You brought all three of these?
Well, like, no, these are the ones I'm taking personally. But the one on the right, to your left, the first one, the Daily Cleanse.
The Daily Cleanse.
That is our bestseller.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say.
So that is perfect for me since I'm a cleanse expert, so
You
to
are.
speak. Yeah.
Contains chlorella, spirulina. Again, their purity is something really important. Like chlorella is an interesting ingredient because when you source chlorella, it's, you know, it grows in water.
Right.
And if the water is not pure in which it grows, it sucks up all these toxins, basically,
Right.
and the heavy metals. And that's why it's so good for you, because it's like a sponge.
Yeah, when
that
you
goes,
take it.
when you take it, right? But again, we made it ultra pure, ultra potent, and you know, it's a really good product.
Is it hard to source out a pure chlorella?
Actually, it's harder than you would think. Yeah, I looked around for a little bit, and you know, we have something in California called Prop 65.
Right.
So we want to make sure, you know, we're under certain levels in in terms of contamination, and it is harder than you would think. Yeah.
And the spirulina is the same way, right? It's grown in water, so it absorbs the toxins, so it has to be like a good source water.
Yeah, correct.
And then what else is in there other than?
There's milk thistle, which is good for the liver, dandelion. So anything, we looked at what are the major organs of the body,
Right.
like the skin, the lungs, kidneys, and how can we help those detoxify themselves? And that's
Right.
basically in this product. So it's total of like 15 different detox herbs.
And this is a product that someone could take daily.
It's called Daily Cleanse
Daily,
for a reason,
like
right?
Forever,
Yeah.
right? It's like
It really is. So it's high in nutrients.
Yeah.
It's really good for you, and it should be part of your ritual, really. So that to me is like, rather than taking multivitamin, that's the kind of product I go to on
so
a daily
that's
basis.
you would rather you would recommend that over a multi.
Correct.
Yeah,
I would.
I absolutely would too.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
right there with you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're so toxic,
Yeah.
and we've been exposed to so many things over our lifetime that we don't even know how many toxins are in our organs and in our tissues.
Yeah.
And when you do combine those things, that they are really what kind of bring your health up to the next level.
Yeah.
Like a vibrancy rather than just kind of surviving. You kind of go to
Also,
more
like,
of a thriving-
you know what happens a lot when people take a multi, they think, well, I take the multi, so now I can eat a normal diet or
Right.
an unhealthy diet, right?
Exactly.
And that's, again, not my philosophy. As I think the foundation should be a healthy diet.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I have the perfect green plate all the time. I love my
Right.
burgers, I love my fries.
Right.
Delicious, right?
You gotta live your life.
Sure, you know, but at the same time, there needs to be an understanding that, you know, what you put into your body really has an impact, right?
Yeah.
And there is not a pill that will replace that.
Right.
So it should be part of an overall regime as opposed to just taking the pill to balance something unhealthy.
Yeah. And I can't believe, Walter, how many people don't know about like really dandelion greens and milk thistle and burdock root and, you know, all those detoxifying herbs. And even they don't know about parsley and cilantro and how much they are detoxifying.
Yeah.
I mean, and they don't really believe in the daily cleansing kind of lifestyle.
Well, you know, I've been a skeptic myself, but like I read research a lot, and I think the facts speak for themselves. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, what happens is like I get pretty much every week a letter from a customer saying, "Thank you so much, completely changed my life." And those are the moments when I really feel mission accomplished.
Right.
I feel amazing. We're out there. We're helping people
Yeah.
improve their lives, really, right? Whether it's a skin concern that we're addressing, the energy levels, we're this sort of like look good, feel good company from the inside. But I will ultimately want the consumer to feel better, right?
Right.
That's what we're after.
Right. Well, is there an age range with your consumer?
You know, it's really interesting. Like, there is. I mean,
Yeah.
like they are from 18 to 65.
They are.
Yeah.
So there's their older generation as well.
They are. I mean, I would say the younger generations, like 18 to
Yeah.
34, as our core demographic.
It's like
'Cause
more
they're,
on board.
they're online. They love our
Yeah.
blog, which is really
Yeah.
popular.
Right.
And they are forward thinking, right? They're looking for alternative ways of leading your life and not just following a path that has led us to a terrible health crisis. If you think about
Right.
it, if you look at obesity rates, you look at healthcare costs. I mean, the reason
Yeah.
healthcare is so expensive right now is because people are getting that they live longer, but in a very
Right.
unhealthy way, right?
Right,
And I think
exactly.
people are now understand this, and we're like, okay, how can we actually do something that really has long-lasting results, as opposed to, you know, being sort of short-term visioned.
Right.
And if you're younger, obviously,
Right.
if you had a life ahead of you,
Yes,
you
yeah,
probably,
many years.
yeah, you care a bit more, I would say, yeah.
But also, like, people are not feeling so good, you know, like we talked about. I mean, like, skin is a problem these days more so, and sleep is a problem, and anxiety and stress and all these things that are like on the rise, and autoimmune diseases. So, I mean, it's getting younger and younger. Cancer rates are not going down. It's younger generation. So, these kind of things, like with what you're providing out there, is such a beautiful thing, because that can help. That can be part of the tool chest for them.
So we're part of that community, in this sort of health and wellness community. I think you have to look after your spiritual health as well, whether it's through meditation or whatever really balances you out. And then it's the physical side of things as well. And I think we're part of this community, and people are really interested in that, right?
More and more.
More and more, and I think it's a great community to be part of. It's growing. There's lots of new things that happen all the time.
Yes.
It makes me, I'm very excited to be part of it, as you are, as are you. And but recently we did something on, we have a blog which is really popular. We have about 500,000 subscribers on that blog too, and it's called hamnutrition/blog. Not the most exciting name.
I've been on the blog. I love it.
So we have some interesting.
I didn't know you had 500,000 though. That's pretty amazing.
And because we educate, right? We speak about anything happening in the wellness world, and so we did an article on goat yoga recently, where you go to the yoga studio and you have goats climbing on people, while you do the exercise. It's really entertaining.
Yes. So is there a place to do that in LA?
There's a place in LA.
There is.
Yeah, there's definitely a place for that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I wouldn't have thought, I didn't know that there was actually a place. To do goat yoga.
You can do it in LA. I don't know how long that's going to last. I mean, but I think it's interesting. And on the flip side, I mean, there's lots of interesting research coming out around probiotics, which I'm personally a huge fan of. That's one product I've brought along as well.
That was going to be my next question. Was I'm sure you take a probiotic because this is what you take, and that is sort of crucial, because there is varying philosophies out there that they're feeling like these probiotic supplements aren't really getting to where they need to be, and they aren't doing what they're doing. It's just a waste of money. And I don't believe that, because I see a difference in people, but...
Well, I mean, first of all, there is definitely a link between the bacteria that grow inside us and our mental and skin well-being. I mean, there is a link. I mean, that has been now shown in research, so there's a connection. Now, the second question is taking a probiotic, does this actually make a difference, right? Again, widely debated, and I'm really open to always have the debate. I can just tell you from personal experience, when I do not take my probiotic, I am not a happy camper, I would say. So it makes a huge difference. I can feel it. And what is nice about them, they actually can feel it very quickly whether it works for you or not. It's not a product that will take month and month to show results. You can feel it very, very quickly. So if in doubt, try it out. And if you don't see a difference,
then move on to something else.
Something else. But yogurts are very good for you. It doesn't have to be a pill. It can be in yogurt. But then the advantage of a pill form probiotic is that it's a high density concentration of probiotics in a very small amount without the calories, really.
Yeah, exactly. I have a lot of Accutane people who come to see me, and their digestive system is shit after years of that. And no one at that time
I've been 3 times on it. So,
told people to take probiotics during that. They might be okay if they were taking a probiotic with the Accutane.
Nobody would mention that. I was, the only thing I was told when I went on Accutane was, and by the way, I'm not anti-Accutane.
I'm not either.
Just to be really clear here.
I agree.
It helps them. It helps a lot of people, and it helped me in the short term. So it's I'm not against it, but nobody tells you what you're really taking. It's a serious drug. Yes, you do your blood tests, but one has to understand that too. So to mitigate those side effects, a probiotic would be great, for example.
I totally agree. Thank you, Walter, for being here. I ask all my guests if they could sum up their mission in one word.
It's to make, of course, it's making people look and feel great. I mean, it's very simple. That's more than one word, but
that's okay. It's about feeling great.
I want to bring out the best version of you through nutrition. That's my job, really, and educate, empower consumers to understand what's right for them, and then take the decisions themselves. So that's what I'm really after.
Giving them their health back. Giving back their life and owning their own health.
Controlling that to some degree, right? So they know they're actively take these steps in the right direction.
Exactly. That is so awesome. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with me today.
Cool.
Thank you guys for watching.